100 years after the guns of World War I fell silent, the leaders of France and Germany held hands and rested their heads against one another in a poignant ceremony to mark the signing of the Armistice Peace Agreement.
Here's a summary of the article.
France, 100 years after the guns of World War I fell silent, the leaders of France and Germany held hands and rested their heads against one another in a poignant ceremony to mark the signing of the Armistice Peace Agreement. Europe has been at peace for 73 years. It is at peace because we want it to be, because Germany and France want peace, Macron told several youngsters, with Merkel at his side, referring to the peace since the end of World War II in 1945. In a powerful show of unity, Macron and Merkel sat inside the reconstructed teak-lined rail wagon in which the peace charter was signed and looked through a book of remembrance. Since World War II, France and Germany have driven tighter European cooperation and the European Union has become the world's largest trading bloc. Macron, 40, an ardent defender of a closer Europe, has turned to Merkel to help him forge deeper economic integration within the EU's single currency bloc, as well as more collaboration on matters such as defence and immigration. For years, Merkel, 64, had waited for a French leader with Macron's zest for Europe. The fragility of her governing coalition and her own weakened leadership, as well as misgivings over aspects of Macron's vision for renewal, have meant she has not moved as quickly as Macron would have liked.
This post received a score of 44,819, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
100 years isn't even that long ago. There are people alive today who are directly connected to this war. People alive today who lost fathers that were fighting on either side. People alive today whose land is still uninhabitable. Hell, there's still a massive piece of land in France that's uninhabitable for the coming 700 years if its cleaning process doesn't change. All because of that massive war. Shows how 100 years later the landscape still has its marks over there. This picture being from Verdun.
I'd like to learn more about the uninhabitable land. Is it from non-detonated mines?
Yes, but mostly unexploded artillery shells. In some of the memorials where the battles were in France there are large fields now grown over with grass that are off-limits. They can't cut the grass for fear that the lawn mowers could set off an explosive, so they have goats that roam and eat the grass.
Remote-controlled lawn mowers could kill two birds with one stone. Cut the grass and maybe set off some explosives to clear them out.
That's a lot of exploding lawn mowers.
Make it a game show where you bet on which one explodes.
Yeah, but who's gonna go out there and retrieve the winter lawn mower?
Make a game show about who retrieves the winter lawn mower.
It's just game shows all the way down.
Soon, we will have game shows where each of the studio audience members is determined by yet another game show, and the game show is about which game show gets to host the game show about who gets to pick up the winning lawnmower from the original game show.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. This is one of my favorite poems. Such yawning sadness in so small a package. It's by John McCrae, a surgeon from the Canadian Army. He watched men throw themselves into meat grinders at Ypres, and tried to save as many as he could. This poem was written after McCrae's friend died during the battle for Flanders Field.
I think that poem, while evoking sadness, is not nearly ugly enough for World War I.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.